Hi, this is Mary from the Daily Sew. I really appreciate a good sewing tip, and I thought you would too. So I put together these 11 tips to use with sewing machine. Hope you like them. Get to know your machine. Play with it, press the buttons, explore the manual, practice the stitches, and try the different feet out. Not only will you quickly become comfortable with your machine, you'll discover all it can do, which is exciting. It could also expose any problems the machine has or that you have with it so that you can get the machine fixed while it's still under warranty. Or the seller can give you a little mini lesson in what you can't quite figure out. When threading your machine, make sure that the presser foot is up. When the presser foot is down, the tension discs are together and they put tension on the thread, which they should do. When you put the presser foot up, the discs separate, which allows you to slip the thread in between the discs where it belongs. At the end of any sewing, check where the thread take-up lever is. This is the thread take-up lever, and you don't want it in the middle like this when you're done sewing. Go ahead and put it back to the top, because when you go to sew next, this lever will pull the thread up and it is likely to pull it right on out of the needle. You want to replace your needle often. Sewing machine repairmen have told me it extends the life of the machine. I don't know if that's true, but a dull, bent, or nicked needle can be an accident waiting to happen and it will mess up your stitches. The general rule of thumb is to replace the needle after you have sewn with it for 8 hours. Some say sooner. If you can come up with an easy system about how to track how many hours you've sewn with each needle, please share it. The sewing world will thank you. You want to clean your machine of lint after every project or whenever you change threads. That's my easy to remember system. You can use the stiff bristle brush the machine came with, a clean dry cotton swab, or a soft bristled artist brush like a watercolor brush. But never ever use canned air. You want to get the lint out, not potentially force it farther back into the machine. Oil your machine more often than you think. Check the manual to see where the oil should go and use only sewing machine oil. Most machines come with oil, and you can buy machine oil at a fabric store. Avoid the all-purpose oil, no matter how handy that spray oil is. If your manual is missing, you want to apply the oil where metal moves on metal, like a metal bobbin area. Down here, the metal hook. And you only use a little bit of oil at a time. To make sure no oil goes onto your next project, go ahead and sew on some scrap fabric or a folded paper towel after oiling your machine. I like to bring the bobbin thread up manually, even though this machine and many others out there will do it for you. To bring the bobbin thread up to the surface yourself, gently hold on to the end of the spool thread with your left hand, and with your right hand, turn the hand wheel toward you, like you're making a stitch. As the needle comes up, gently tug on that thread tail in your left hand, and it will bring the bobbin thread right on up. The bobbin thread is looped over the spool thread. Then just take that thread loose and put them over to the side. The reason I like to bring the bobbin thread up manually is so that I can clear the plate. Clearing the plate is simply moving the thread tails off the back of your machine. And I do this because if they are not cleared, they will likely get caught up in the bobbin stitches and make a mess. To make existing guides to see, or to make extra wide guides, use painter's tape. It comes off easily and it leaves no residue. Place a ruler under the needle, hold it in place with the presser foot, and measure. Measure accurately. If you're doing a free arm, go ahead and find a snugly fitting rubber band, and you can just slide that on over to where you need it. Remember to measure twice. When putting your machine away, don't wrap the cord around the foot. It's so tempting, I know, but where the cord comes out of the pedal, the cord will bend and it'll wear down, and the little plastic pieces inside your pedal will wear down as well. Trust me, this leads to a broken machine, so wrap the cord around itself for storing. Moving your machine? Put the presser foot down. This keeps all the parts inside in place and not jiggling loose as it bumps along or tips over in the car. It's always a good idea to keep baby safe. Many of these tips I had to learn the hard way, so I hope this video saves you some trouble. If you have any questions or you have a tip to share, please put them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.